Welcome, people. This is episode 1. Welcome to SAS Football with your host, Sniper and Saf. Hope everyone is doing well. We got a packed show. We got a packed agenda for you. We're going to go through the preseason predictions. We're going to go through some hot takes. There might be some controversy in here. There's going to be some back and forth. Um, I'm out here representing the Blues, the mighty Blues. And we have my host here, Saf, representing the mighty Arsenal. We all know London is blue, but we'll get it. We'll get into it. So,
You mentioned hot takes. There's your first one.
how are you doing, Saf?
All good, all good. Happy to be here. Finally getting this started. I'm ready. Talk.
All right. So
Straight into it.
you want to get straight into it? Season kicks off tomorrow. Manchester City versus Burnley. Burnley back in the league after I think it's about what 2 year hiatus.
2 years. They deserve to go down. Hoping they go down again.
And led by Company, playing a very attacking style. Yeah, what do you think? What's your prediction for tomorrow, or what's your prediction for Burnley this season?
Burnley is a tough one. I know that Company is going to come up playing attacking football throughout the whole season. Could backfire against the big clubs. We'll see it tomorrow if it pays off. He comes out attacking. I don't think it's going to work out against City. I think they'll get hit for 6 at least on the opening day. If they come out playing their attacking, they're going to leave themselves open in the back.
Yeah.
I don't see Burnley getting relegated though. I can see them staying up. I think there's teams that are worse off that will get relegated, but we'll get into those relegation predictions later.
You rate Company as a manager, or what do you think? Do you think he has a
I mean,
bright future?
you have to give him some credit, right, for bring Burnley up. Like it's not easy, the championship, to bring a team up. So credit where it's due, but Premier League is a different ball game. This is where you make your money. This is where it counts. This is
Yeah.
where he needs to perform.
Yeah. I think, yeah, if they do stay up this season, I think they have a decent chance of staying up. But if they do stay up, it's a successful campaign for them for sure. Yeah, but it's exciting times, for the game to be back, the league to be back.
In a
Yeah.
long 3 months.
What's that?
In a long 3 months, 2-3 months throughout the game.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we want to do top 5. You want to start with the top 5, or any other bigger items to discuss before we get into that? I know one of the items I want to discuss is Harry Kane.
I think we should start with that because what they say, Ontin just dropped a bomber.
Hmm.
Kane,
So what's
Kane
the
went to
latest there?
Bayern.
You think he's going?
Yeah, I think. Well, Ontin just said he agreed a 4-year deal. He's waiting for Spurs to give the green light and then confirm his medical. So it looks like the Hurricane chapter of Spurs is over.
And what do
As
you
an
think?
Arsenal fan, I'm happy. And then no more penalties in the North London derby.
Yeah, but what do you think about his legacy then? Do you think he's making the right decision by going to Bayern Munich, potentially, obviously most likely gonna win the Bundesliga, have a good chance at the Champions League as well, with my former manager, Thomas Tuchel. Or do you think he should rather chase the Shearer's record? I think he's what, like 50, 60 goals behind?
Yeah, I think it's 247, right? Shearer's 260.
Or is there only 20 goals?
No, I think it's 34 or something, somewhere there.
Let's see. So Harry Kane,
For Shearer is 260. So
Shearer.
how much is Kane on? 230.
Yeah. So Harry Kane is on 213. He's 47. Yeah. So 50. So about
47.
47 behind. So Shearer holds a record with 260. And Kane is on 213 goals. So 47 behind. Realistically speaking, I mean, he hit 30 goals last season.
He can do it in 2 seasons.
So yeah, realistically speaking, he can do it in 2 seasons, and then it'll be what, 32?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
I think he has to go. I
yeah.
think he has to leave.
Mhm.
Spurs are not going to want to lose him on a free next season.
Yeah.
Getting 100 mil now. I
Yeah.
don't see any Premier League clubs coming in for him right now after spending so much. Well, he'll never come to Arsenal, first of all.
Oh, never.
It
Yeah.
looks like they're not going to put another 100 mil. They just got Jackson. They got Nkunku.
Yeah.
I don't see them putting 100 mil for Kane, especially if they went for Caicedo too.
Yeah.
United just got Hoyland. So I don't see them going in for Kane. Spend 70 mil. I don't see them spending another 100 on Kane. Madrid just got Bellingham for 100. So realistically, Bayern's the only team that actually are in for him, or at the moment that we know of.
Yeah, obviously. But my question is, if you were Harry Kane, wouldn't you want to do maybe one more season at Spurs? Say you score about 25 goals, then you're within like what, 25 goals to Shearer's record, and then you can take your pick basically. If you even want to stay in the league, United will be in for you, Chelsea will be in for you, maybe even City, you never know. If they
The thing
want
is with Kane, right? He's 30, right? He has 247, 200, what, 40, 14 goals to his name?
213, 213.
213. He's 30 years old. He hasn't won a trophy. He hasn't won a trophy. That's the biggest thing on his shoulder right now.
Yeah,
He wants to get out of Spurs as soon as possible and lift any sort of silverware, in my opinion.
yeah.
He needs to. That anytime the Harry Kane conversation comes up, is he the greatest striker? He can't be. He hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
He's world class, don't get me wrong, as a
Yeah.
striker, but
Mm.
you can't be in that conversation if you never win something. So, in my opinion, he has to go. If
Yeah,
the money is in, he's getting a contract. I don't see a reason for him to stay.
I can see that. Yeah, I can understand. I can see the case for both. But according like to some sources, I don't know how, what's the quality of the source or how true it is, but apparently the Joe Lewis, before the whole legal charges in the US, he told Daniel Levy to sell him. He doesn't want him leaving on a free next season. So maybe that's also a contributing factor.
Yeah, well, if you look at it from Spurs' perspective, obviously they're not going to lose him on a free, so the only option is to sell him now. The only perspective that I can see him staying is his personal perspective, hit that
Yeah,
Alan Shearer's record.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah,
anyway, what do you think Kane would have done or should do? Should he leave?
I think, like I saw a tweet out from Jamie Carragher maybe an hour ago or so when the news broke, saying that Shearer's goal scoring record is more talked about than his Premier League medal. Like, do you even know that Shearer won a Premier League medal
Yeah, Blackburn.
at Blackburn? Okay, so
Yeah,
you know, but he what's more talked about? Him winning the league at Blackburn or the whole goal scoring record?
yeah, but okay, if Shearer won one league title, if
Yeah.
he won 3 or 4 or 5, maybe then it wouldn't be talked about. But I don't see Kane winning
Okay,
five
but
at
what do you think is more value? The goal scoring record in the Premier League or three Bundesligas?
three Bundesligas, no. The Premier
No,
League goes.
right? So
Yeah,
basically, if Kane goes to Bayern, say he wins the Bundesliga every season for the next 3-4 years, but he doesn't win the Champions League, do you think that's a worth it move?
no.
No, right?
No.
He should win the Champions League if he's going to Bayern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to Bayern. It's winning the league at Bayern doesn't count for much. They do it every year.
What I'm saying. So
What's the
he's
point?
basically putting all his eggs in one basket to win the Champions League.
Basically, but the thing is that Bayern, he can't do it. He can't do it.
Yes, he can. He can. I
Yeah.
think. I think. Look, Thomas Tuchel is a great manager. He's shown it at Chelsea in that short period. Some question marks. It's up for debate about like his talent ID and his long-term plan at Chelsea. But you can't take away his man management in that period when Lampard was sacked and him going on to win the Champions League and building that mean defense. Like that for me was a masterclass. So but obviously like
As a manager, 100%.
yeah,
Especially adding Kane to that squad that
yeah.
they already have. It's a different story. Kane elevates any squad he goes to. Let's be
Yeah,
serious here.
exactly.
Kane can take you from an average squad to a world class squad
Yeah.
any day. He's adding minimum 30 goals a season.
Mm.
So yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer. Kane should be focused on Bayern Munich and try and get them moved through as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I see it both ways. I value the goal scoring record, but I think he has a very good opportunity to get some serious silverware at Bayern Munich if he does go. But we'll see. Let's see if he decides to go.
That's one to watch.
It's one to watch for sure. You want to get started with some of our predictions. So I think where we should start most likely is with what are your expectations for the Gunners this season? You know, what is determined to be a good season? I've seen your fan base saying that, some of them saying that a title challenge, some saying they should win it, some saying that, you know, you can't overthrow City. Where do you stand?
Listen. First and foremost, I do not associate with the fans on Twitter. If you look at the Twitter fans, I don't associate with them. Let's get that straight. After that, I have high expectations for Arsenal. I think it's been, what, 19, 20, almost 20 years without a title in
Yeah.
Premier League. So I minimum, I want silverware. I want one of the major ones. I want a Champions League, or I want the Premier League as an Arsenal fan. Now, say we lose out on one of them or both of them. If we lose out to City on the Premier League, but we hit 90 points, I'm not going to be, like, I'll be angry that we lost the league, but I'm not going to go crazy. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, sack Arteta, do this. I think it's still a good season. I mean, to get 90 points, it's not easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we finished on 86 or something last season, somewhere there.
95, 86, I think, yeah.
Somewhere there. So if we beat our tally from last season and still not end up winning this league, I'm not going to go 8. I'll be angry that we didn't win the league, but you can't expect it when you got a team like City you're competing against. Let's be realistic here. This team just won the treble. They're only gonna get better. They have the best manager in the world. I think even if Arsenal are on par with teams, the thing that separates them is the manager. Like, Arteta doesn't come close to Pep at the moment. Might maybe one day in his lifetime, but at the moment, Pep's light years ahead and has more experience.
Yeah.
So my expectations at minimum is challenge for that league, challenge for the Champions League, and bring me the FA Cup at least. League Cup, I'm not too worried about, but the FA Cup, it's our history.
What about Champions League?
Like I said, I want to win the Champions League. As an Arsenal fan, that's the one X on our resume, if you would say. But if we can do, we at least have to challenge for it. By a challenge, I mean minimum trying to get to semis, at least getting to semis. I'd call that decent. And also depending who we get knocked out by. That plays a big part. And how we get knocked out, if we get knocked out. So I just want to see them progress in the Champions League and challenge for the league at least.
Yeah. Yeah,
let me flip this question. What if as a Chelsea fan looking from the outside?
Yeah.
What are the expectations for Arsenal that you see? Not based off Twitter, not based off me, what I said, but as what we did last season, what would be successful going into next season?
So you said that you were finished on what, 85, 86 points last season. If I'm being completely honest, you were in a pole position to win the league last season. What, you were at the top of the league for like 90% of the season?
Yeah, most in history.
So for me, to be completely honest, you all should have taken it last season. City obviously went on that madness at the end of the season, but Arsenal did I think it was that game against West Ham. There was the Liverpool game at Anfield where you threw away the 2-0 lead. So there were gaps, which, you know, you can blame and you can say it came down to the small margins of potentially inexperience of, you know, the team just not being in that situation before. But going into this season, I think I seen, you know, Tumba looks like a baller. He looks like a quality player. Declan Rice, potentially one of the best midfielders in the league and potentially will become one of the best midfielders in the league in the next couple of years. You know, I think that's a quality signing. That's big money that Arsenal paid for him as well. Harvard, look, I'll be honest with you, the jury's out there. You know, maybe that's another topic we can discuss. You know, I don't know if we have time for that today, but so Harvard's, I would say, you know, let's not really put too much expectations on him for this season because we don't really know where he's going to fit in. We don't know if he's a midfielder. We don't know if he's a striker. He's a false nine, you know. We don't really know if he's even if he's here to stay on, if he's here to start. So, you know, let's leave Harvard out of it. You'll have a new goalkeeper coming in as well. So, Arsenal have strength in the right areas. Saliba's only going to get better. Your cap party. Saka's going to get better. Martinelli's going to get better. Trossard is here from the start of the season. So, to be completely honest, I think Arsenal at the minimum should challenge, like you all should look to get around the 85 to 90 point mark again. If City do a madness and hit 95 points and Arsenal don't win the league, then I still think it's a successful season for Arsenal. Like if you lose to a team that's hitting 95, 96 points, you can hold your head up high and say, we gave it our best. Like it comes down to the smallest of margins, but Arsenal should push it all the way. However, I will say if Arsenal do get into a position where they are leading the league for 90% of the season, and it's coming down to the last 5 to 8 games, and you're 6 points clear, you shouldn't let it, you shouldn't bottle it this
No, I
time.
agree. I
This
agree.
time around. Like last time, fine, you can say small margins, inexperienced, all those kind of things. And you know what? It's fine. I still think Arsenal had a very successful season last season, and that's coming from a Chelsea fan. But this season, if you're in that same position, you'll have to see it through. You'll have to. You cannot bottle it.
I agree. The only thing stopping me from putting my neck on the line to say Arsenal will definitely win this league is Arsenal are lacking a goal scorer. Out
Yeah.
and out number 9. Like, someone can put a ball in the net. Like we know Jesus can't. We see he's the most talked about thing about Jesus is big chance missed. That's his biggest stat. Havertz, we know from Chelsea days can't finish. So apparently he's coming in as a midfielder. Nketiah I don't rate. Balogun looks like he's leaving. So if this David Raya move turned out to be a loan, so we can bring in someone in this attacking position, whether it's Kudus being talked about, I'll take Kudus. But we still need an out and out like goal scorer.
Yeah.
For me to put my neck on the line and say we will beat City to the title. At this moment, they got Haaland that's scoring 50 goals a season. That's alien numbers.
Yeah.
But moving away from Arsenal, you all on the other hand had, I don't even know if shocker is an understatement of a season. So I need to know your expectations. Look, you spent 900 million since January, since Bully took over.
Let's talk about net spend.
No, not net spend. It doesn't matter about net spend.
It does.
You're brought in 900 million worth of players.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm struggling to see improvement. Like on paper, I'm struggling to see improvement. Maybe with the manager and them playing in certain positions, certain way, it will be better. But what's the expectations for Chelsea next season?
I disagree with that statement completely because, we completely remodeled the midfield. Like Enzo's coming is completely revolution. We hope that he revolutionizes that midfield. Like Jorginho was aging. Kovacic was injury prone. Kante was injury prone. So we had like the whole midfield needed revamping. So
I still don't have the midfield though. We just have Enzo.
No, I agree. We just have Enzo. You're right, but Enzo was a substantial amount. Enzo was 100 million, right? So Enzo is an improvement. We have. I agree. So there's been some misses. Like Cucurella was a miss in terms of I think what we needed at the time. I think he was potentially misprofiled. And a lot of the players that we bought were players that have the potential tag. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Like Mudrik, it's potential. He hasn't proven anything. Jackson, unknown, hasn't proven anything. Noni on the right wing, potential, hasn't proven anything. The only person that's really has, completely, apart from Kukureya, I would say Sterling. Like Sterling has completely underwhelmed. He's a shocker. I'll be honest with you. Sterling has been a shocker. Who else? I think that new right back that they bought to deputize for Reece James is a quality player. Gusto, yeah, I think he's a quality player. I think the defense is pretty settled as well. Like I think Thiago Silva is aging. Look, the guy he's a monster. Like he's a beast. He's just so effortless. but he's aging. So Disasi was brought in to potentially be the longer term replacement on the right side.
So
And
who
then
starts the season then?
I
In the,
think I think
the
Thiago and Colwell will start in the right and left centre back positions. Chilwell on the left and Reece James on the right. I think that's the way it
and
should.
Chilwell gets injured, Cucurella comes in because we know
Looks
that's
like
gonna happen.
Kukurea will come in, will deputize. Yes. I don't know if Ian Martin is ready to start at left back in the Premier League. And there's also rumors that that the West Ham are in for him. Whether that's on a permanent, I don't know. Because Chelsea turned down a permanent approach from Burnley for him. So we'll see. But Chilwell is the number one start. If Chilwell is out, then I believe it will be Kukurea. And Kukurea has some proving to do. Like, this is a big season for him. If he actually is going to make something of his Chelsea career, then he's going to have to start to step up this season. That's the truth. I still think Chelsea are short in midfield. I think they need another midfielder, like a six. I'd like to see Enzo a little bit higher up the pitch. I don't want to see Enzo in that number six kind of role. So I'd like to see a defensive mid come in, someone who can partner.
Caicedo's coming.
I hope he comes in, but at the same time, if it's been this long and Brighton are just looks like they are set on paying over 100 million for him, I don't know if it's gonna get done. I hope it gets done, but I wouldn't want Chelsea to go above and beyond, like above the 100 million for him. Like I don't think it's necessary and worth it. And I don't like the fact that Brighton hold a lot of teams, like a ransom. It's just, I don't
That
like it. So,
news broke today that he's being sold to the highest bidder. If the sources are true, Fabrizio is usually true, but
so you
I say
think you
we all
think
in
they'll
Liverpool.
go to 100 million for Saicedo when they couldn't go to 50 for Lavia?
That's what the confusion is because there's been news today that Liverpool has beaten Chelsea's bid for Caicedo.
And what
So
was Chelsea's? But Chelsea's bid was what, 80 million?
80 million. So I don't know
So
if that could be 81 million or it could be 90 million. So
exactly. So let's see. Like I hope look, Tyler Adams is coming in, and I think it's a shrewd signing. I won't say the guy is quality. I'm not gonna put my neck on the line and say he's quality, brilliant signing, but I think it's a shrewd signing. I think it adds some defensive cover in the midfield. I think he can go in and do a job. Do I think he's gonna be a game changer? Do I think he's gonna be someone who's gonna come in and stamp his authority on the team? No, I don't think so. But he does have leadership abilities. Like, he's the captain of the USA. You have seen his leadership abilities in Leeds at times. So I think he'll give us something that's potentially lacking. Like, it's a frugal signing, in my opinion. Like, 20 million release clause. He can come in, do a job, do the dirty work in the team, and be versatile. I've got no complaints there.
this could
I
be a
still
shrewd
hope-
signing, or you could see him leave for 5 million next season.
What's that?
It could be a good signing, or you could see him leave for 5 million next season.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a low risk signing. But I do still want to see, if we don't get Saicedo, I'd like to see a Lavia come in then. And even Lavia is 19. I have doubts whether he can come in and hit the ground running in his first season
Lavia is very raw player.
Exactly. So we'll see. But if Adams is coming in, looks like it, and I hope to see one more player. So, talking about expectations for Chelsea, look, we finished 12th last season. So if we beat 12, I'm happy.
I don't want to hear if we beat 12. I don't want to hear that. No.
So, no, look, I'll be honest. I've liked what I've seen so far in preseason. I saw Chelsea in Pennsylvania when they were here. The mood looked good. The players look like they're buying into Pochettino's system. Poch looks like he's instilled like a very good morale, like it's upbeat. Poch looks like he's getting his approach across to the players and his style of football. So first season, I don't expect Chelsea to, do a madness and challenge, but I'd like to see Chelsea come to fight for that fifth spot. I'll be honest. Like, if Chelsea can, if we get into the Champions League this season, I think that should be an aim. I'm not gonna throw my toys out the pram and say I will ask for Poch's head if he misses out on Champions League, but I want to see a style of play. I want to see players being integrating. I want to see the young players developing under Poch this season. And if we can get into that fifth spot, I'll take it.
So if Chelsea finish, let me ask you this, right? If Chelsea finish 8th,
Hmm.
you're not going to ask for Poch to be sacked?
It depends. Like, do I see a style of play? Do I see players buying into it?
You
Do I
can't
see
spend 900 mil and finish 8th.
Poch didn't spend 900 mil?
No, I'm saying that the board, since Bully came in, that those players should not, like, you should not spend that much and finish 8th, regardless of who's in charge.
Yeah, but but why would I ask for Poch's head? Because look, Poch, I'm trusting the process now, and I hate to use that word. But
The people,
I want to trust Poch. I want to give him a few years. Look, if I don't see a completely flop of a season where I see like Poch losing the dressing room and players are coming out and doing a madness and players not developing and we're seeing a different starting lineup every game and then we crawl into eighth place, then yeah, okay, fine. Then I can say, at Poch, I don't know, but if Poch finishes finishes respectable, like even 6-7, and he's using the same team, players are developing, we're seeing a style of play that he's trying to instill, then I'm gonna give him time. I'll give him another season. Of course, Arteta finished 8th in his first two seasons at Arsenal. Okay, first season he was half a season, fine, but
okay,
second season,
wait. Arteta inherited. Did you see the squad Arteta inherited?
oh, Poch inherited look at the complete Poch. Name the starting lineup for Chelsea and tell me which of those players were here last season.
Reece James.
He was injured for a whole season.
He was there, but he
He
was
was
there.
injured for a whole
Is Reece
season.
James not one of the best right backs in the world? Winford.
When fit, yes.
Yes. Okay. So
When fit.
you're playing one game a week, right?
Okay.
One game a week for the season.
Yeah.
Reece James is in there.
Hmm.
Reece James, Cucurella, you're bought for 60 mil. Chilwell, you're bought for 60 mil. Those
Chilwell was about 40.
okay. Regardless, it was big 40 mil like 5 seasons ago, 3, 4, 5 seasons ago. So
They bought him under Lampard, yes.
so regardless, your defense should be good. Like that your defense is a top 4 defense minimum. Am I wrong?
Top 5.
I'd say okay, fine. Well, 5 get Champions League, right? So
Top 5, yeah.
fine. Then your midfield, Enzo is probably one of the best midfielders out there.
Okay.
Young midfielders out there.
Hmm.
And we also saw his quality last season. When he came in, he looked like the only player that Chelsea could play.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you're just lacking another midfielder, but it looks like you're getting someone, whether it's Lavia or Caicedo or even someone else. It looks like someone is coming in.
Fair enough.
Right? Up front, you've got Mudryk. You'll spend 100 million on this guy.
He's not 100 million.
Okay, 80 million.
We need to stop with that narrative. Mudryk was 55 to 60 million and then plus add-ons.
Add-ons.
Guaranteed
add-ons. Guaranteed add-ons.
Only if he performs.
And you'll help Ukraine.
Well, that's another story for another day, but only if he performs.
Okay, but regardless, even 60 million, fine. You said 60, right?
Yeah.
He should be good enough for top 5.
But I said in the beginning, Chelsea bought potential. We are yet to see this potential.
Yeah, but your board is so
does Chelsea have a striker that's going to score over 20 goals a season guaranteed?
No, but Arsenal doesn't.
No, right? Okay, fine. But
Saka, team that has that is
how many goals did Saka and Martinelli score between them last season in the league? 30?
What? Saka got 12 and Martinelli got 15.
15, so 27.
Yeah.
So how many goals has our attack got us last season? Or how many goals is our attack? Which player in Chelsea team is going to get more, even if you combine it, will get more than 10 goals?
Who should or who will?
No, guaranteed. We don't know. There's a lot of unknown with this Chelsea
guaranteed
team.
You can't say because
exactly.
Chelsea unknown.
But
exactly.
If Saka stays fit this season, he's guaranteed to bang over 10 goals in the league.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I think we can table this conversation, but let's get into our top 5 predictions.
Okay, so how you want to do this? You want to go one each?
We can go one each. We can go one each. I'll take notes. So who do you have winning?
City.
Okay, I agree. Second,
I got Arsenal.
I have Arsenal as well coming second.
Third, I got a toss-up between United and Liverpool.
I have United in third.
You have United in third.
I have United.
I'll go Liverpool. I think they're going to get another midfielder. Caicedo or Lavia, they will get, and that will boost them.
Okay.
And their attack is probably one of the best in the league, if not the best.
Okay, so I have United in third. You have your Liverpool. And then fourth?
United.
You have United. I have Liverpool. And then fifth?
I think Chelsea will make
I
fifth.
have Chelsea in fifth also. I have to back my team.
Okay, so only different is Liverpool and United.
Liverpool and United. Okay, fair enough. We were gonna say top goal scorer, but that's a bit easy. I think we both have Haaland at the top. So what's your top? Who's finishing second and third?
Second, I'm gonna go with someone in Liverpool. Probably gonna go Salah. I think Salah.
Yeah,
Even on penalties, Salah.
I was planning to go Salah as well. I'm trying to think. Obviously, if Kane stays, then it's a different
Yeah,
story.
but I'm going off Kane, not staying.
Okay, if you're going off Kane not staying, then yeah, I'd probably go Salah in second. And then
I'll back Martinelli for third. He hit 15 last season. I think he can hit about 20 this season.
I'm going Rashford third.
Rashford. But Rashford has injury prone. That's the only issue.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Rashford third.
And they got Champions League this year, so he has a lot of games.
True. Um, who's gonna take the most clean sheets?
Nick Pope.
I'll go Edison.
I think Newcastle, they just defend so well, and Pope is obviously a good keeper. But I think they're a more defensive team. So I'll back Nick Pope for it. Just be different.
Good shout. But I think I'm gonna go Edison. Most assists.
ADB. It's always KDB.
To be differential, I'll go. I'll go Trent.
Trent for most. That's interesting. Yeah, he'll be dropped into midfield. So makes sense.
Okay, and then your overachievers and underachievers. Which one are you gonna do first?
I'll go overachievers. I think Villa. Yeah. I think Villa are looking very, very good, and their signings they made are good. Emery is a good manager. Unfortunately, he wasn't for us, but he's a good manager. I think he'll do a good job for mid-table team. The only thing with Villa is they have Europa to balance.
Yeah.
So that could get interesting, but I still see them doing well. I think they'll make top. I think they'll finish sixth between them and Newcastle.
I'm gonna go with a hot take for overachievers. I don't know if I'm completely aligned, but I'm gonna go Everton.
Sean Dyche.
I think Sean Dyche will finish 10 to 12th. And I think that's overachieving based on where they were last season.
I think that's over. I mean, where they were, he came in last season. No, he didn't have the full season.
He didn't have the full season.
Yeah.
He avoided relegation on the last day.
I don't think Everton should be relegation candidates in either way, like with Dyche or without him. I think top like 10 to 12 is where Everton are supposed to finish, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It can still be overachievers. They can if they finish 8 to 10,
if they finish in the top half.
Top half, I'll give them. That's overachieving. With
so I'll go. Yeah, so I'll go Everton to finish 10th or 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Underachievers.
Underachievers. I'm gonna go Fulham.
I'm gonna go Brentford.
Brentford. And where do you see them?
I see Brentford. Where did they finish last season? 9th?
Brentford finished with Fulham and Brighton.
Top
half.
I see them between 13 and up. 13, 14 and up.
Yeah, okay.
I think Ivan Toney is just gonna be a massive miss for them.
That's underachieving. Yeah, I think for me it's between Wolves and Fulham.
Wolves I'm not counting. The managers walked, so a lot of people have Wolves as relegation.
Exactly. So I wouldn't really say underachievers
Yeah,
because they are predicted to get relegated. But yeah, I say Fulham. I think Fulham might not make top half. I think they might be also about 14th, 13th.
that I mean they're gonna lose Mitrovic, right? Or is he already gone? So
He doesn't want to. I don't know if he's gone, but he's refused to play.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't see that getting resolved anytime soon.
And Willian also wants to go to Saudi. So
Yeah, so it looks like you're gonna lose a few players. So
yeah.
it's it's gonna be an interesting season to say the least.
Mm. Yeah.
But I think we will revisit these predictions once the transfer window
Yeah.
closes
Sure.
and we know which teams are set now.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. So there you have it. We have our predictions for the season. We have our preview quickly. What's your prediction for tomorrow? I know you said it might be 6, but what's your official prediction for City Burnley tomorrow?
I think 3-0 City.
I'm gonna go 3-1 City. And what's the prediction for Arsenal? I think it's Arsenal Forest this weekend.
Yeah. Arsenal Forest early kickoff on Saturday. I'm gonna say Arsenal 2-0
Where you playing?
at the Emirates.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal. Chelsea Liverpool on Sunday.
Oh, Chelsea Liverpool. Where's the set? And it's the bridge.
Stamford Bridge. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. Back the team.
What last 4 games have been what? 0-0.
Oh, no.
Let's go 1-1. 1-1.
Well, that's a wrap. Episode 1. Um, we will see you all in the next week.
I guess. Yeah.
Peace.